We have an FBI special agent named Pat Sanford returning to the stand for his third day on direct examination. Just direct, 3 days, okay? This agent's presenting tons of recorded calls and surveillance videos that arguably tie Mama Donna to the murder-for-hire plot of her former son-in-law, Danny Markel. Court TV's Julia Janae is on the ground and has more from Tallahassee.
Good morning, Julie. We are here waiting for day 6 of testimony to start in the Leon County Courthouse. And I got to tell you, out of all of the trials that we cover on Court TV, there's not too many that have this elaborate an investigation with evidence in court, like distance lens surveillance photos of unsuspecting people and hidden cameras in a mesh bag at a restaurant and wiretaps that recorded hours upon hours of conversation. But that's all on display inside of this courtroom in the case against Donna Adelson. Now, the jurors inside, they have their own set of headphones, their own monitor to listen to these calls like this one of Donna calling back an undercover agent who pretended to be a blackmailing gang member who threatened to expose the Adelsons if not given money.
I am out of the loop. It is not me.
My brother in jail, we were in Broward together. He told me the whole thing, and he hasn't been taken care of. All that's being asked for is 5K. That's all we're asking for is for 5K. And he told me everything, and I know everything. I know who's involved.
I know I lost my ex-son-in-law. I did not have anything to do with it.
Meanwhile, in this gallery that's packed with trial watchers, we see Dan Markel's father, Phil Markel, listening along to all of this. This is the 4th trial his family has had to sit through. And opposite from him on the other side is Donna's husband, Harvey. He waits every day until everyone has left the courtroom, making sure that he locks eyes lovingly with his wife, who is on trial for Markel's murder. Julie, back to you.
All right, thanks to Julia Janae for that early report. Now, Special Agent Sanford is expected to be on the stand for most of today with one other witness on deck for the state. Maybe it's Charlie, maybe it's not, who knows? Is the state proving its case? That's perhaps the biggest question right now at this juncture of the trial, and who better to help us answer that? A judge that you know and love. He's the retired chief judge who presided over the Casey Anthony trial, the Honorable Belvin Perry. He's in private practice now, so really want to tap into his lawyer brain in addition to his judge brain as we go through some of these questions about the Adelsons. Judge Perry, great to see you.
Good morning, Julie.
Good morning. Okay, so would you talk to us, please, about how well or not well you think the state of Florida is doing in proving this case against Donna Adelson?
Okay, the state is basically putting on what I call a jigsaw murder case. They're putting the various pieces together in this big puzzle. But at this time, they've laid an interesting foundation. The question is whether or not they're going to be able to prove that this death was caused by the criminal act of Donna Adelson. So far, you got a lot of smoke, you got a lot of suspicions. That evidence is not there yet. Hopefully, they will get there. They're going to also have to show whether or not her actions or a series of actions caused the death of the victim in this particular case. So at this point, it's interesting. They're putting the building blocks together, but in my estimation, they have a long way to go.
Oh, appreciate that, Judge. Let me play a clip for you. These are pieces of evidence we're about to share this morning that we saw in Charlie's trial, that we're seeing again in Donna's trial, and we have the benefit of the transcription from Charlie's case. So same piece of evidence where she's calling the undercover agent. We know she gets tangled up in this web where Charlie called it an extortion plot in his trial, but nonetheless, Donna's nervous, we know. And here she calls this undercover agent to explain herself. Let's watch.
You approached me on Alton Road. You handed me an article from the newspaper about my ex-son-in-law. You told me I need to call you and help your friend who was in prison. Now, at the time you did that, I didn't understand what you were talking about. I didn't call you back. Then you mailed me a threatening letter. Then you send me a text message to my phone that says I'm not taking you seriously. So I am taking you seriously. I just think instead of asking me, you should get the money from the police. There's a lot of money out there, and I know if you think you know who this is, then go ahead and do it, because I know it isn't me. I know it isn't me, and I can't take this kind of level of stress. I just can't. I know I didn't do anything.
You talk to people, you talk to the right people, you talk to people, you make this 5K come to me. That's all I need. Just do it and get it to me. Do it and get it to me.
I'll call you
Bye.
back.
Oh, okay. Judge Perry, who do you think this piece of evidence helps more, Donna or the state of Florida?
I think it helps both to a certain extent. Number one, why is she talking to this guy and continuing this type of conversation? On the other hand, she denies any involvement, which leaves the door open for her to say that there's some type of extortion plan in this particular case against someone else. Maybe her daughter, maybe her other son. But without more, it's not concrete evidence that she was involved either in the murder or the solicitation or the conspiracy to commit murder. So far, it doesn't show any agreement. It doesn't show any encouragement. It may show a cover-up of something, but covering up what?
Great points, Judge. Let me ask you about something else that would be the judge's decision on this case, and want to know what decision you would make if presented with this. The one-way ticket to Vietnam that we know that Donna purchased, and she was shocked at the warrant being issued for the arrest. We've seen those clips again and again where she's in the patrol car and surprised, and she says she was going there because she thinks it's a place of peace and looking to get some peace, and we know it's a non-extradition country with us here in the U.S. So if the prosecution asks you, Judge, for the flight as consciousness of guilt instruction on this one, do you give it on these facts?
Absolutely yes. It would be up to the jury to determine whether or not how they want to interpret it, but it is evidence of flight.
Mm-hmm. And the state, it's a wonderful instruction, isn't it, if you're on the side of the prosecution? It's a really, really helpful instruction. And perhaps one of the most things that will be helpful, one of the things that will be the most helpful, I mean to say, in this case, as you noted, because it's messy with Mama Donna. As you said, they're putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and that's at least one very clear big piece, but they've got to get there first with the other elements. Judge, any advice for these attorneys, you know, if you could tell them at this point, you know, I always feel like when we watch trials as attorneys, we think of, oh, how would we do it differently? Is there anything you would do differently if you're the state of Florida?
So far, I'm satisfied with the presentation by the state of Florida. They are basically laying the foundation. Hopefully, they will be able to put on more evidence to build upon this and connect all the pieces to show that she was actually involved. But as the folks would say, stay tuned. The case is a long way from being over.
Judge Belvin Perry, you are the best. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. We'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great holiday weekend.
All right. Same to you.
Thank you.